Hi everybody, Gabrielle here. I am back to bring you a Divine Masculine reading. I don't know, I think he just needed an exhale. Collectively, they need an exhale. What's up, honey? I guess Fifi needed to shout y'all loud. She say hi. So your overall energy is the Hermit and the Five of Cups. We're using a vice versa deck. So we have the front of the Hermit and the back of the Five of Cups. I didn't do this for Divine Feminine, but for whatever reason, I feel like I need to tell you which way the cards are facing. God only knows why. Maybe I ask a lot of questions. I don't fucking know. We have the King of Swords. Yo. Alright, there's the couch. Oh, hush. Alright, I'm sorry, y'all. Pamper Pet Alert. Yeah, so what do we have? Let me make sure I'm doing this right. So it's the front of the Hermit, the back of the Five of Cups, the back of the King of Swords, the front of the Nine of Cups, the back of the Two of Cups. We have the back of the Strength card, the back of the Eight of Wands, the back of the Six of Pentacles. We have the back of the Ten of Swords, the Magician forward, Hangman forward. And for advice for the higher self, or from the higher selves of the Divine Masculines, whose messages these are and how this should apply for you. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So interesting. Interesting. What you want? She does this a lot, y'all. You'd be surprised. I touch the cards, and all of a sudden she wants my attention. You want your eardrops? No? Okay. Wow. Now, let me tell you how funny life is. Right now, look, and I have the spellcasters on the side for clarifiers, right? But here's the thing about life. The Wonderland Tarot is what I use for messages from the higher selves, right? Bottom of that deck is the Hermit, right? Hermit's part of the top energy. And the bottom of the spellcasters is the Hangman. Hangman ends this reading. That is a lot of enlightenment, a lot of wisdom, a lot of internal thought processes that are going down right now for Divine Masculines, or it should be. I mean, they could be receiving downloads, actually. For some of them, they're about to find out that they had been walking themselves in the heartbreak. Look at the Hermit, looking at that fucking egg again. Look. It's like, oh, now I see it. But it's of their own doing. It's like they really see that shit now. And like on the other side of the car, he had to get close, take a closer look at it. Like, was it really something poisonous in there? Let me go back and make sure. See, it's almost like, see the hermit? See how he's got the lantern there? He's got the cloak on too, right? You don't know if he's holding the lantern. You don't know if it's illuminating what that bullshit is over there. So the reason why you ain't got to bend down, get all close to it, you can see it just fine at a safe distance. Message. Keep a safe distance. I don't know who that's for. And for some, you're going to be like, dang. Dang. It was here the whole time? It was here the whole time. It was right there? The whole time? The whole time. For some of y'all, that's exactly what the fuck that's going to feel like. Like, you could have been happy the whole time? You could have been in love the whole time? Yeah, apparently. But for whatever reason, you know, maybe your lantern went out for a little bit. Yeah. Maybe a lantern went out. You couldn't see. You couldn't see things for what it was. Always stuck on some old shit. That's hindering, you know? We should all reflect upon the things we do, things we say, how we say them, you know, people coming and going from our lives. Always. Always. For sure. It should be done. At intervals, I believe. So you can truly attempt to learn and absorb what you can from those encounters. Mm. Yeah, it's two different storylines from what I see. Mm. Some of y'all realizing that it's not the same. It's not. It's a cheap imitation of what you were really looking for. Just kind of what I see. It can't be sustained, you know, like you can only can only disguise it. Like, that's kind of what it looks like to me. Being disguised. It's just the way the cup is turned over in the background. You see like a little glimmer, right? It's like something, some light, something coming from off of it. It's like a lure. It's a lure to keep you away from what it is you truly desire, which is this soulmate connection, this deep, passionate love. You a bachelor, and you have been dying for someone to give this single long stem rose to. But no one actually, like, you hide that shit. I do feel like for this particular divine masculine that I'm vibing right now, he's been a lonely, I hate to say lonely, but I kind of feel a little bit of that. But it's been a long time. He's been alone a long time. King of Swords. I wanted to say King of Wands. I did. King of Swords is a divorced man for the most part, right? A scholar. But anyway. I feel like he want his throne back. He looking over there at, his throne. And it's funny, right? Because it's like, it's hard to tell if the lightning is striking the throne or just beyond it. But either way, there's something getting the divine masculine's attention. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look at this. Didn't I tell you somebody had let the fire go out? And it's like, whatever this is, getting the divine masculine's attention has relit this fuse, like this lightning, this electrical storm. Maybe it's something in the air. Again, we approaching this fucking Mercury retrograde, man. And I really, really do feel, like I said, this divine masculine wants his throne back. I'm not even kidding. The only thing that I see with that, even though this divine masculine that I'm vibing with right here, he may want his throne back. I see a lot of horses out here. It's going to be some movement. This divine masculine, yo, you about to just be out, like searching. Yeah. Everything but the girls playing. And I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. Hanging around your old address. Yeah, man. Anyway. There's like, again, this is either a download or an epiphany, a combination of the two, but there's definitely some greater understanding, greater overstanding. How about that? Of what it is they truly want, wish, and desire. Only thing I like, again, with the retrograde, whatever. I don't want to harp too much about the shit. For real, for real. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Usually it's just communication, but it does have a tendency of bringing people back around. People back around. for another, you know, stroll down memory, back down memory lane. Yeah, that shit. Like, they have everything. They really do. They're at home. It's a nice crib. It is. Hmm. They're at home thinking. Really, really thinking about who they want to share all they have with them. Like, really. Hmm. And it's interesting, right? Because even though they want their throne back, right? Now, this could be literally someone's spouse coming back to them. They're, divine masculine. You could just simply want your wife back. Or you could finally be ready to step up to the plate to go after your divine counterpart. But, mm, for some divine masculine, interestingly enough, you're going to take your divine feminine. You're going to attempt to offer, I see Hawaii. I do. I see some Polynesian vacation destination. Could be California. I know, but I'm looking at two landscapes, and I don't believe this one exists in the Polynesian islands, but I do believe you could come up with this combination of landscapes in California. A lot of my subscribers are in the U.S., but this could be Australia, actually. Hmm. You're going to attempt to get a little weekend getaway or vacation of some sorts to try to reestablish this connection. Maybe even a renewal of vows if you were already married to this person, or getting married again. This does look like some sort of commitment ceremony. Honestly, it does. But that's just, what it said, like one, two of y'all. So, yeah, but for the other, they sitting back like, really, really. I think this is a download, though. This is just way too much information. I know there aren't any swords out here but the Ten of Swords, but it's the lightning, it's the Eight of Wands in the middle of this spread, it's the Hermit repeating, it's the Hangman, this is like, nah, these are downloads. These are downloads about who you're supposed to be with. Like, for real, for real. And now that you know, it's all that you want. Now that you know, it's all that you want. Careful with that. I'm looking at this Strength card, and she's squaring off with the Devil. She's sitting there with the Lion. She's sitting there as a pure member of the tribe of Judah. Okay? Careful. You have to remember the difference between a test and a temptation. For some, I do feel like you have like I said, you really have, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. I squared off with the Devil. But, you know, or you're currently squaring off with the Devil. Whether the devil within or the real McCoy. Maybe the fact that you've overcome the devil, right? Maybe you've overcome the devil in some way, shape, or form, whatever and however he shows up in your life, right? I'm just looking, right? I made the mention that you're sitting there as a proud member of the tribe of Judah, meaning you believe in the Most High. You believe in His Son and the way in which He showed you how to be able to overcome these temptations. Look how fucked up the landscape is over there. What's them freeze-dried berries? What's that, ice wine? Something the frost got too. You can't eat that shit, right? But look how over there with the lion, right? And the maiden, right? Hardy wheat. Tried and true. Grown for the condition. Not foreign. Able to withstand changes in weather, so to speak. given what's needed to survive, to thrive in spite of the conditions. Do you know, Divine Masculine, that this is a spiritual war? All day, every day, it's a spiritual war. And they come in every walk of life. Do you know what's happening right now? Do you know who you're supposed to lean on? Look at Divine Feminine, for real. Look, she leans on the lion. She leans on the Most High. She relies on that strength, on that protection. What are you relying on? Honestly, what are you relying on? I just need to remind you of that. You want this soulmate connection, but at the same time, I kind of feel like this here, this strength card, it's like a battle. See how the wands are sideways? See how it's like blocking? See Pegasus here? See this divine intervention, blocking, directing the actions, directing where lightning strikes. Just, are you recognizing the spiritual war? Or are you still trying to control everything? I got a lot of magician action out here. This Six of Pentacles, that ain't your normal Six of Pentacles. This is a lesson for you, Divine Masculine. For some. No, it's always a lesson, honestly. Lessons to blessings, lessons to blessings. And so, it's always a lesson. Because it's another way in which, if you allow yourself to be taught on a divine level, you'll always be blessed. Not always in a 3D, but definitely in a 5D. And that definitely trickles down. Maybe not the way you think it will, but it does. I like how the lightning is like guiding to the lion. Guiding to the lion. It's like this thing that's got your attention, or is trying to get your attention. That's why I said it's hard to see where the lightning's striking. Is it the throne, or is it just beyond the throne? What are you focused on? Feels like you want your throne back. But is that where your attention should be? Should you not be focused on this storm? Maybe a little bit. Shouldn't you be trying to figure out what's trying to get your attention from this higher power, this higher area? You know, we learned that lightning strikes from the ground up, interestingly enough, right? So your attention is being led upward, not downward. You can't even see, even though you are being given a great example. What you need to do. And the reasons why the things you attempt to do are blocked. What did you do, Divine Masculine? What did you offer the devil? Fuck. Do we really want to ask this question? God dang. That's 3 times the Hermit's out here. Wow. 6 of Cups, 8 of Wands, Hermit. Six of Cups is a soulmate. You can't offer someone else's soul unless you're dealing in pure treachery. And I don't even want to say the word. Wow. Divinely masculine. All I can think is you sowed seeds in shallow soil. Anything else before? Because I need this to be clear. That's what they asked. Okay, so I wanted to know what the deal was, but the Cliff Notes. I'm sorry, I am stumped. I'm like, I'm looking at this, right? It's like they look back to how things used to be. And it's like, that's what they wanted. But I don't think they were specific enough. But that's just my own feeling. It's the way this hermit is walking towards this information. But here's the thing. You see how all the leaves are yellowy and brown, indicative of like seasons changing, right? Or wood that is no longer fresh. Like, say if someone cut branches from a tree and left them to dry, the leaves would dry up and turn and drop off. But it's like fall. There's a falling away. But then again, there's like, maybe they didn't realize with the hermit that things were actually falling away before. And even though it's like this person, or you, Divine Masculine, excuse me, this feels like you. You see how you're stepping on the Six of Wands there? Like your victory, like, I will have my victory. It's like, it's forced. See the alchemy? It's forced. You're trying to force someone to be happy with you or something like that. Like, you're trying to force your way into this person's abundance. Like, it's like, I know you're trying to manifest and claim it. I get that very heavy with the the Seven of Wands here. It's the way he's got the one across his shoulder there, and he's stepping on it. It's like you're claiming your happiness, but it's more than that. This deal is like you're trying to force someone to come back to you, but it was never meant to stay. It's fall. It's a transition. It's transitionary relationship or something like that. And it's like, for some, so I was like, there's some enlightenment coming about something being a mere distraction and an illusion, and yeah, like, but you didn't know that, like, you didn't see that. Before, but it's, there's so much, okay, y'all, so much shit. I got like 2 different storylines jumping back and forth. You need to draw close to God. You really, really do. You're trying to bring something together that will continuously, this is for those who aren't seeing things for what they are, meaning you are looking at the lightning as striking from heaven to earth. Like, you should be looking for something down here in the flesh, instead of learning and comprehending that lightning strikes from the ground up, and following the path to divinity, following the path to the Most High. You're missing the signs and signals. If you're looking at the strike from heaven to earth, you're going to find yourself in his territory. You have to really put a stop. I mean, a hard stop. To your practices. Divine Masculine, you have to draw close to the Most High. You have to claim. For some of you, this is claiming a birthright. I'm not going to get into the whole, I don't even want to get down. I really don't. I don't. Y'all please. I really don't want to get into that. It's because it's not about religion. It's about ascension. You know, Christ consciousness is bigger than the name Jesus. But it's a lot of power in the name of Jesus. It's different. How many times it's funny, right? I'm looking at this Ten of Swords, right? And Ephesians came to mind. And this, put on the armor of God, right? How many times have you put on that armor, prayed for that armor, received that armor, and survived every one of these attacks on your life? All of them appears. There you sit. Yet at the very same time, here you play. Here you play. And you shouldn't. Because I feel like this eclipse, right? I feel like with the eclipse being present here, it's letting go. It's allowing those old ways to fade. I really do feel that. It's like you have to become, you have to step into your power now. This knowing of who it is you really work for. I mean, the difference. The difference. He only, listen. Didn't the devil only tempt Jesus with earthly things? Right? He could only give him earthly things. He couldn't give him nothing the Father could give him. It's like here, You could have everything at your disposal. You can will it all. You can be with Source. But you have to choose. You have to come to grips on what's really going on, who you really are dealing with here. Who it is do you really serve? Really? Who is it do you really serve? Because if all you're after are the things money can buy, right? All earthly riches, then guess what? It's going to get mighty cold over there. What would you rather have? Divine protection or a big ass house and hundreds of acres? I don't know. I know which one I would choose. Divine protection all day, every day. What is hundreds of acres if you can't maintain it? You know what I mean? It's a lot to go along with all that shit. You rely on the Most High. You just be like, I want it, I got it, dripping like water, because it's not selfish. You're accepting the role He's giving you. You are accepting the path. You are doing what He wants you to do. You're doing what she wants you to do. You are living up to the standard, so to speak. You know what I mean? You are on this path. And it's like right now, you are having to choose. Because you can't run from this information anymore at all. Damn, this is a hell of a download. There's even information coming to you on why you can't even get to your divine feminine. I think that has bewildered you the most. That you got everything that money can buy. For real. I said he got a nice crib, right? Nice ass house. Gonna take somebody on a vacation. Planning to. Something exotic. But at the same time, they can't get to the divine feminine. They keep getting blocked. Because she recognizes that you are full of the devil. I'm sorry. But you are. That's wild. Alright, y'all. They showing me this dude bald. He looks Caucasian. He like to wear funky glasses. Like, these glasses look like like they might be clear or a brilliant white. He likes to smoke cigars. He's got a gray mustache, goatee, no sideburns, no chin strap. Yeah. Hey, that's who I saw. Whatever. Yeah. She see you full of the devil on some real shit. She's sitting there strong with Jesus, sitting on the lion like, oh, this guy. Someone could have a spirit animal of a lion. And I don't mean like a lion. No, I mean a fucking lion. Like a grown-ass male lion. I've seen someone's spirit animal in a photo one time in the brush. It was a lioness. It was really cute. I see people's spirit animals. I see all sorts of shit, but I'm not. I don't mean to brag. He's like, let me. But I do. I see all sorts of crazy stuff. I feel blessed and privileged. That's all. I go with my first vibe. Divine feminine, divine feminine. Wow. You really see him for what he is. And for what he's done. But now he sees what you see. Very much so. But it's like, it's interesting. Divine masculine, you are going to have the longest night of your freaking life. I'm not trying to jinx you. I'm just telling you what's coming. This is going to be one long night. Because the downloads and the epiphanies that are coming in, it's going to rock your world. And in the morning, you're going to be right there. You're going to be right there. Stuck. Like, but enlightened. It's like, it's all going to make sense. The world is going to seem like it's unturned over. Because it has. You about to have the biggest shift in your comprehension and perspective that you've ever had in your whole life. Like, for real. You about to make moves that will make you feel a sense of relief and harmony. But at the same time, this newfound information, this newfound euphoria, this momentum that you're receiving, and you're going to feel like that morning after Scrooge had all these crazy dreams. He woke up and he was like renewed and shit, on top of the world, right? But it's going to give you an idea, a strategy, and a newfound resolve to actually put a final block in place for some people who played games with you, people who were themselves trying to get over on you. People who took for granted the emotions, the love, all the efforts. Yeah, you gonna cut all these people out, and you gonna stop them before they even get an opportunity to try again. Let me see. What are these blockades and blockages the Divine Masculine's going to put up? I know this is messages from your higher self. Just give me a second. That was too many. Hangman again. Interesting. When I see the Ace of Cups upside down, I feel like it was a karmic cycle of love, honestly. Instead of it being divine and all lovey and inspired, and you going to recognize it for the karmic nature that it was. And also, for some, it's like you going to realize why it didn't flourish the way it was supposed to. Again, and for some, I'll also look at this as enlightenment, right? This download is like a pouring out of an emotional type of an abundance from the Most High onto the Divine Masculine for weathering this. Like, if you step on this path, like, really, you will be blessed. But if you don't, by some silly choice that you would make, I feel like you're going to be forced to watch somebody's slow, steady progress and advancements. Because, look, it's the Justice card. You chose, no, because that, it's like you have a divine opportunity, right? With all this information, with this download coming. And if you choose not to do the right thing with this information, you're gonna, like I said, be forced by divine providence, back at the Justice card, by cosmic order, to just watch and slowly, it's like they're gonna force an encounter, right? Where after this download, you're gonna see that even though this is a much slower path, it is one of assured victory. because this night's path it's dark. It's a storm overhead, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not as easy to navigate in these conditions. Divine Masculine, if you make the right choice, right? Take the right path, learn this lesson, really absorb this information coming in with this download. You could potentially join Divine Feminine in front of the Most High, right? To receive more than you could ever imagine. But look at the difference in how they're dressed, right? The feminine energy is clothed in more white than green. Masculine's in solid green. It's like, how do you, it's like, I feel like, how do you know more than the Most High? How do you not show up humble? How do you not show up ready to learn? How do you not show up with space to be printed upon again? You know what I mean? It's like, if you solid green, how you going to be able to take on this new pattern? You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm trying to say? See how the Most High, he's draped, he's got his green, but he's got his own pattern. This is copper or gold, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful pattern. But it's like, how you going to show up in the same color God rocking? That don't make sense. Like, you're not God. You're not on that level. You supposed to come renewed, meek, humble, with a clean spirit, ready to be made over. But you think you got it all already. That is hand on her shoulder. Yeah, it is. Look. I thought that was just her bare shoulder. No, but that's him with his hand on her shoulder. You still busy. Like I said, you still ain't got it. You still focused on this relationship instead of your personal relationship with God. You got it all fucked up. Divine Feminine showed up in a white gown. That way her father is able to paint upon her whatever he wants to. Her mother can paint upon her whatever she wants to. Divine Masculine up here in a green guard trying to match the same gangsters as the Most High. That's ridiculous. All the while trying to keep a controlling hand on Divine Feminine. This ain't gonna fare well for you, Divine Masculine. It's not. You toiling in vain. I'm sorry. For some of y'all, it's crazy. You have a chance, but you still ain't figured it out. You gonna bust your hump until you figure it out. See all of that? See how he's stripping you down to just a white? You gonna show up the way he wants you to show up, or he gonna break your fucking back to do it. Yes, he will. Trust me, he will. They will. They absolutely will. Mm, it's a shame. You got a choice, though. You do. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. They are greatly appreciated. You can find me at intuitivedownloads19@gmail.com or Tell All Your Business Tarot on Instagram. Light and love to you all. You can, oh, hey, thank you for your thank you for your donations, your private bookings. They are super appreciated. Really, 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 really. Um, If you made it this far, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, that like button, that subscribe button, and make sure that notification bell is turned on. All right, bye.